Early in this case, Merced PD became aware of this investigation as we were reached out to by Hayward Police Department regarding the whereabouts of Sophia Mason.
What's your name?
Sophia. Sophia Mason, she's my niece. My mom actually raised her whole life, up until my sister Samantha came and took her away. At the time, she was 7. I was at work and my mom called me saying, Samantha brought the cops here, saying that I'm holding Sophia hostage. The cop actually told my mom she has the right, it's her daughter. Even though you've raised her whole life, Samantha's still the mom. That's when I made the first police report. I was worried about what would happen to her. 2 weeks after Samantha had taken her, her case manager, the CPS worker, the police department, we all set up a meeting. They had promised me, okay, if Sophia report anything that sounds unsafe, then we'll pull her. So we met up at a park, and at first she kind of had a fake smile like she was okay, and then as soon as she saw me, she ran and hugged me and was crying and hyperventilating. And I told her, you see this officer, you see this lady, they're here to help you. So if you tell them what's going on, then they'll protect you. And so she said, well, they're beating me. The CPS worker said, who's beating you? And she said, Mommy and Mommy's boyfriend. She said, I actually have bruises everywhere. And so she said, can I see? So Sophia pulled her pants down and she had bruises and scabs going from her thigh, all the way down her legs. So I looked at the CPS worker and I said, you cannot give her back like this. You have to do something. You have to take her. So she walked away and then she came back and she said, I'm sorry, it's not enough to pull her. Bruises can be from falling off a bike, and children lie and make things up just because they don't want to go home.
It is traumatic to remove a child from parents. Despite what is done to kids, they still love their parents. Part of our inherent value is to protect that parent-child bond. But there comes a point when we need to focus on child safety.
In the United States, as well as many other countries, children are considered the property of their parents. There's still this sense that no one should tell me what I can and can't do with my property.
I don't know how many months later that Samantha called my mom and said, oh, I want to come home, but I just want you to know it's going to be different because I don't have Sophia anymore. I gave her away. And my mom's like, what do you mean you gave her away? And she's like, oh, I gave her away, but it's okay because it was always just supposed to be me and you anyway. I called the police again and I called CPS again and I said, what can I do? They said, well, the mom has a right to give her child away if she wants to. And I said, yeah, but can you guys at least try to do a welfare check on the child just to make sure she's okay? That's what led to them finding out that Sophia was dead. I later found out that she was being sexually abused. They made her sleep outside in a metal shed. It was a homicide. I look at every kid like they're precious and I miss her.
I've had this inherent passion to make sure that all kids thrive. Lives Cut Short is really grappling with kids who have not survived. And so I think back to what could we have done to make sure that they could have thrived.
When a family member is making a report, if the child can't speak for themselves, go look into it. And if they can, listen to the child, create a safe space, and do something about it.